Hello. Notes here, 4.2. Have your books open, please. Page 239. Going to have your books. Again, page 239. The first one I want to do with you is problem number 3. And the directions say, write each relation, meaning each problem, as a table, as a graph, and as a mapping diagram. So we have to do 3 things to this problem. I'll start with the table. Notice my problem, I have 2 points, 1, 1, and 1, 2. So I'm going to make a table like this, sometimes called a t-table. 1 is the x, 1 is the y, that takes care of my first point, and then 1 and 2 is the second point. So that is my table. Then the graph. Simply means to make a graph like this and make it fairly small so it fits on your paper. You're going to have to squeeze these into the box, right? Small. So the first point is over 1, up 1. So mark that point. And then over 1, up 2. Mark that point. And there you go. You have the graph done. The third one is what's called a mapping diagram. And this requires arrows. So we take, see you have a 1 for that x and a 1. Well, I'm just going to list it once. Then over here, I'm going to put a 1 and a 2. So my points go from 1 to 1, and then also from 1 to 2. And that is your mapping diagram. You just have 1 on the left all by itself because it's repeated as the x value. Sometimes in the book, you'll see these with circles around it like this. If you want to put those in, that is fine. So again, a table, a graph, and a mapping diagram. The next one I want to do with you is number 7. Number 7, it gives me these 4 points. So write those 4 points down. And the directions say, give the domain and range of each relation. So domain and range. It's pretty easy. Your domain are your x values. I'll circle them. -5, 0, 2, +5. Let's list those. We better list them in order. What would it be? -5, 0, 2, and 5. And they put these, what's called braces. They're fancy parentheses around them. That's just kind of tradition to use those. Your range is just the opposite. It's the 7, 0, -8, and -20. Let's try to put those in order. -20, -8, 0, and 7. And again, they put these fancy parentheses. They're called braces around it. So that's it. Give the domain and range. In other words, just list it. I want to do number 9 with you. Number 9. The number 9, they give me the numbers as a table. So my domain, again, my directions here are just state the domain and range, and I'm going to put them in order. It's all of these numbers here. It's all the x numbers in order. 2, 3, 5, 6, 8. I just like to put them in order in fancy braces. Then below that, just the opposite is range, and it would be all of these numbers, the y numbers. 4, 9, 25, 36, 81. So list the domain and range. Give the domain and range. I want to do one more with you, which is number 10. Number 10 is a graph. My domain are the y values. So think in terms of left to right. You see your domain starts right here at 0, and it goes all the way over to right here, which is the number 3. So this is 0, and it goes from 0 to 3, left to right. So here's how I write the domain. 0 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 3, because it's between 0 and 3. On the other hand, your range goes from this 0 here, which would really be out here, 0, all the way up to, right in here, to that 3. So it goes from 0 to 3 also. I write this one like this. Notice the difference. The domain has an x in the middle of it, and the range has a y in the middle of it. Domain's your x values, range is your y values. Okay, we'll finish this in class. Thank you for watching.